Klopp sees breakthrough in two-year transfer project at perfect time and season. Jurgen Klopp's efforts to finally provide his Liverpool squad with sufficient strength and depth appear to have finally come to fruition. The German manager has been desperately trying to bolster his squad with the kind of players that may not be the first name on the team sheet but can do a decent job when called upon. The plans began in the wake of the Reds' Premier League title success at the end of the COVID-impacted 2019-20. Keen to build on the momentum presented, after securing an elusive league title, Klopp signed the likes of Ozan Kabak and Takumi Minamino, but both, in this particular case, failed to make the grade. Have your say. Do Liverpool have a squad capable of winning the quadruple? Comment below. Kabak is now at relegation-threatened Norwich, while the bulk of Minamino's outings come in the early rounds of the Carabao Cup. However, Sunday afternoon's League Cup triumph over Chelsea represented a new-look Liverpool that can now rely on a number of stellar names to come in and do a job, both in attack and defense. For a long time, if one of Mohamed Salah, Sadio Mane or Roberto Firmino were sidelined with an injury, it sparked panic among the Anfield faithful. Nowadays, the Liverpool attacking line is significantly bolstered by the likes of Diogo Jota and Luis Diaz. While Divock Origi is hardly a prolific goalscorer, his reputation for popping up at the most crucial time to bail the Reds out of trouble is well earned, and he is likely to be of great use for the rest of the season. Liverpool's win at Wembley means they are still on for what would be a historic quadruple, and the substitutions made by Klopp prove they have enough strength as a squad to go all the way on the remaining three fronts. New signing Diaz looks like a special talent and was arguably man of the match before he was eventually replaced by Origi 7 minutes into extra time. Gary Neville said of his performance, "This is the first time I'm watching him Diaz live, it looks like Liverpool have found another one. His movement is really good, always challenging the space behind the defenders." Jota was introduced for Mane in a like-for-like swap 10 minutes before the end of normal time, which was a tweak that displayed just how much attacking talent Liverpool now have at their disposal. Firmino didn't feature at all due to injury, and Liverpool were hardly hamstrung by his absence, such is the talent they now have waiting in the wings. Things have improved from a defensive aspect in that regard as well. Liverpool lined up against the Blues, boasting arguably the best central defensive pairing in the Premier League in the form of Virgil van Dijk and Joel Matip. Yet, ahead of extra time, the latter was replaced by £36 million summer signing Ibrahima Konate. The former RB Leipzig man was one of the most sought-after young defenders on the continent before the Reds snapped him up, and he has impressed when called upon this term. These signings have coincided perfectly with the likes of youngsters such as Keoimhin Kelleher and Curtis Jones coming of age at the perfect time and ready to contribute when called upon. Harvey Elliott is another midfield maestro who possesses ability that defies his age. The former Fulham midfielder calmly slotted his penalty home during the shootout when the stakes were at their highest. If Liverpool really do harbor aspirations of creating history by ending the season with all four pieces of silverware, all of the aforementioned players will have to play their part and then some.